A fancy love story which shuffled into a heartbreaking how a small act of can destroy all the peace. Today, Turnt Media is showing you a thriller real-life story in which a loving couple changed themselves into haters. Story starts off evolved within the Vadodara district of Gujarat state, India. In this district, there is a village known as Karjan, where a couple, Ajay Desai and Sweety Patel, lived. They had a 2-year-old son, and they all lived very happily in a lovely house. Before moving ahead, I want to tell you that Vadodara is thought of for its architecture, classical music, and monetary superiority. On 5th of June 2021 morning around 10:11, Ajay Desai made a call to Sweety's brother Jaydeep Patel. Ajay told him that Sweety had been missing from home since the morning. I've been attempting to call her. However, her phone is switched off. I have looked for her around our house. However, I couldn't find her anywhere. Hearing this, Jaydeep asked, how is that possible, and which ought to she move without telling anybody? Ajay replied, I had a fight with her last night, and when I awoke, Sweety was not at home. So I thought, perhaps she left in anger and went to your location. Hearing this, Jaydeep became involved and ended the call to tell his parents. Sweety's dad, mom, and brother rushed to Ajay's residence. They were worried because Sweety had never left her son at home earlier. Ajay Desai, who was a police officer, stayed at home and ordered his colleagues to then look for his wife, Sweety Patel. Sweety's family took Sweety's son with them because Ajay was the only one at home and could not look after his son properly. On the other hand, Ajay searched for Sweety day and night, but there was no news of her. 4 days passed, which made Sweety's husband and her family very worried. They started to fear that maybe something bad happened to her, but the strange thing is Ajay had not filed any official police complaints before June 9th, and this was very surprising to Jaydeep. Although Ajay had tried her best to find her wife, Jaydeep discussed with Ajay that if he had reported Sweety's missing to the police, there would have been a lot of pressure on them, and they would have found her. But Ajay's only response was yes. He told them he was doing his best to find Sweety. The days passed. The Sweety's family became more worried about their daughter. So on June 11th, her father and brother went to Karjan police station to file a missing person report. Police officers have lodged a complaint and also talked to Ajay Desai, a police officer of Karjan police station. Senior officer asks Ajay if he is a suspect, to which Ajay replies that he doesn't think anyone who talks to only officials that I had a fight with my wife on June 4th. But after some time we went to bed. But when I woke up in the morning, Sweety was not at home after this. Ajay himself joined Karjan police to find Sweety. Then Sweety Patel missing news started appearing in national media and newspapers and social media, but at that time it was almost 2 weeks since Sweety disappeared, so Jaydeep requested a high-ranking police officer to find his sister immediately through social media and media channels. So this matter reached Law and Justice of Gujarat after Minister Pripsen Jadeja Minister contacted DGP of Gujarat and directed to resolve the case as soon as possible. DGP is the highest-ranking police officer in all states of India. After this, the case was handed over to Ahmedabad Crime Branch, and a team was formed to search for Sweety, but couldn't find anything. In the first week of July, an unknown person called the police. From that call, the police learned that the body of the person was found as wood. After this, the police arrived at the location of Give by unknown person, but when they found the body, which was in very bad condition, and it was difficult to tell if it was a male body or a woman, but the police found a Mangal Sutra and a ring near the body. Found these items, they thought maybe the body of a woman. Then Crime Branch started their investigation and found 43 skeletal fragments with 5 teeth sent to forensic lab in Hyderabad for DNA testing. A sample from Sweety's son also took this test done to confirm that body were Sweety's or not. Finally, the report showed that the Sweety's son's DNA matched 100% with the dead body, confirmed to the police that the body was Sweety Patel. Now the police were facing the question of who did this to Sweety, and during the investigation, the Crime Branch suspect on Ajay Desai. They take Ajay to the Crime Branch for questioning where he asked questions, which is very strange because Ajay answering all the questions. The Crime Branch team becomes very suspicious of him, and then they start interrogating Ajay harshly, and he finally confesses. He told a crime branch team, "When we did fight on June 4th, I was angry at this, and I killed her." Ajay told them actually this was Sweety Patel's second marriage, to Ajay Desai. Sweety Patel first met Ajay Desai at a social gathering and exchanged numbers, after which Sweety and Ajay started meeting at cafes, etc. They got in love each other. Ajay heard everything about her divorced in the story. They wanted to marry each other. Both of them then actually got married in a temple. Ajay did not inform his parents about this marriage. After that, Ajay bought a house in Vadodara and started living there with Sweety. They stayed together, and during this time, also had a son. Sweety asked many times to Ajay that he should let his family know about their marriage, but Ajay avoided this always. In 2017, Ajay's second marriage took place, and Sweety did not know anything about this. Second wife of Ajay's stayed in Ahmedabad. He had a daughter from second wife. In 2021, Sweety started to suspect Ajay and asked some of her friends to keep an eye on him. After some time, Sweety found out that Ajay had another wife, with whom he was living with his family, in Ahmedabad. One day, Sweety finally asked Ajay about the truth, but Ajay said, "Sweety, I think you are mistaken, I haven't married anyone else." As a result, fights began to occur frequently between them. When Sweety found out that Ajay had a daughter, she was shocked and began to think that the Ajay who she loved had broken her trust. Now Sweety told Ajay, "Either you leave me, or stay with your other wife, because I can't tolerate my husband sleeping with another woman besides me." Ajay thought he couldn't divorce his second wife, because if he did, he would have to give back all the money and things he got as a marriage, so he started thinking he will kill Sweety Patel. This time, Ajay met his politician friend named Karjan Jadeja. He was the leader of Karjan Assembly constituent and contested in election of 2020. On June 4th, their fight occurred, to the point where Ajay began killing Sweety. As a result, she began having trouble breathing, and soon their son was also in the room sleeping. By the morning of 5th of June, Ajay wraps Sweety's body in a sheet, loads it into the trunk of his Jeep. By this time, it's already 11 and it's early in the morning, and that's when he calls his brother-in-law first. Soon the Sweety's family starts heading to Ajay's house, so he calls his friend Kiran and Sweety's dead body away Tali village. When he reaches there, Ajay goes behind Karjan Hotel and places Sweety's body on empty ground by pouring petrol on it and her dead body. After his confession, on 24th July 2021, Superintendent of Police called a press conference and announced that Sweety Patel case has been solved and full truth of Ajay has been revealed to media, after which crime branch prepared 1,290-page charge sheet, which had Ajay Desai, Sweety Patel and Karjan called detailed records include testimony from 100 people. Now this case is still in the 100 people in addition, and the criminals are yet to be held accountable. Patel's situation shows how families and cultures can make life complicated. It's about finding a balance between what you want and what others expect. I hope you liked the video. Subscribe Turnt Media. Thank you.